Dear past self, I see you sitting there, lost in thought, feeling like time is slipping through your fingers, wondering if life will ever make sense, if you'll ever stop feeling like an observer watching the world move while you remain still. I remember the weight in your chest, the sleepless nights spent staring at the ceiling, the questions that looped endlessly in your mind. Am I falling behind? Why do I feel so out of place? What's wrong with me? Oh, sweet past self, nothing is wrong with you. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are becoming. And right now, I know it doesn't feel like that. It feels like unraveling. Like everything you once understood is slipping through your fingers. What if I told you that unraveling is not falling apart? It's making space for something new. You see, your soul knows something that your mind has not realized yet. You were never meant to fit into the shape they gave you. The discomfort you feel, the sense that you don't quite belong here, it isn't failure. It is the whisper of your higher self telling you that you are more than this world has led you to believe. That the walls you feel pressing in on you are not real. That the limits you were taught to obey are nothing more than an illusion. But I know, right now, all of this feels far away. Right now, you feel trapped inside a reality that feels too heavy, too sharp, too small for what you are becoming. You think you're a passenger in this life, that you are moving through time, that the past is behind you, that the future is ahead of you. But one day you will realize you are not inside the story. You are the storyteller. You are the one holding the pen. And the moment you see this, truly see it, everything will change. You were taught to believe in time as something fixed, a straight line pulling you forward, making you older, separating you from your past self, your future self, from all those versions of you that could have been. But this is not how time works. Time is not a river that you are floating down. It is an ocean. Every moment, every possibility, every version of you that has ever existed and ever will exist, it is all happening right now. You think your past is gone? But your past self is still there, still breathing, still searching for answers. And I'm the proof of this, aren't I? I am here, reaching back through the fabric of time, speaking with you, telling you that you are not alone. You never were. Because all versions of you exist simultaneously, stacked like pages in a book, waiting for you to turn them. And when you finally understand this, you will realize that you are not moving through time. You are shifting between realities. You think you're alone in this, but I've always been there. I've been reaching for you through time, leaving breadcrumbs in the form of signs you didn't know how to interpret yet. The numbers that repeat, 222, 1111, 333, those were coordinates, markers from me to remind you that you are exactly where you need to be. The deja vu that makes your heart skip for a moment, that's me, talking to you. That you are stepping onto a path that you've walked before. The shadow on your wall that shifts when you're not looking, the flicker of movement in your peripheral vision, That's me, standing just beyond the veil of what your mind can perceive. The random song that plays just at the right time. The stranger who speaks the words you needed to hear. The deep pull in your chest when you stare at the stars. That's me calling you home. Even in your loneliest moments, I was here, waiting in the spaces between your thoughts, holding the wisdom you weren't ready to receive yet. But you are ready now. And soon you will realize you were never searching for signs. You were searching for me. And I have been here all along. Every thought, every belief, every decision, it doesn't just change your future. It changes your timeline. It bends reality itself. And when you wake up to this truth, you will understand why you have felt so disconnected. Because the world you were born into was built upon a lie. You are living inside a construct. From the moment you opened your eyes, you were given a set of rules. You were told what is real and what is not, what is possible and what is not, what you can be and what you cannot be. But what if I told you that reality is not something that exists outside of you? Reality is a mirror. It does not exist on its own. It only reflects what you believe to be true. And the moment you question the reflection, the moment you stop accepting it as absolute, the moment you realize that you are the source, the mirror begins to crack. And through those cracks, light pours in. Right now, you are standing on the edge of something vast, something that your mind cannot yet comprehend, but your soul has always known. For most of your life, you have existed in 3D consciousness, where everything feels solid, separate, defined by time, by form, by struggle. The world of cause and effect, of fear and scarcity, of believing that you were just a body, just a person, just one small piece of a greater whole. But something is shifting in you, isn't it? The edges of reality feel softer. The patterns are becoming more visible. The old ways of thinking no longer make sense. This is your first step into 4D consciousness, the space between worlds, where you begin to realize that thoughts create reality, that time is fluid, bending to your awareness, that nothing is as fixed as it once seemed. And at first, the space will feel like floating, like standing between two mirrors, seeing infinite versions of yourself stretch in every direction, unsure which one is you. But this in-between space is sacred. It is where you are unlearning everything you were taught, so you can remember everything you already know. And when you are ready, you will step fully into 5D consciousness, where separation dissolves, where fear loosens its grip, where you stop searching for where you belong, because you finally understand that you are the belonging. You are not a fragment of the universe. You are the universe, moving through the illusion of being a person. And when you remember this, the world will feel different. Not because the world changed, but because you did. One day, you will see. One day, you will wake up and take a breath, and something will feel different. Lighter, easier, free. The colors will seem richer, the air will seem softer, the sounds will carry more meaning. because for the first time, you will see things as they truly are. And in that moment, you will stop searching for your purpose, because you will realize you are the purpose. Existence itself is the meaning. Being here in this body, in this moment, is enough. And when you finally feel this, truly feel it, you will smile. Not because everything has changed, but because you have. And that, my love, is the moment you will understand. You were never lost. You were only waking up. And now you are free. Free to create. Free to love. Free to simply be. Because that was all you were ever meant to do. And it was always enough. I